Hey guys, it's Luke here. I just woke up from a nap and I noticed that in my review for Cinderella that you're about to watch, I refer to Prince Charming in this movie, the actor's name, as James Madden, who was Robb Stark in Game of Thrones, but I was saying his name wrong the whole time. It's actually Richard Madden. Richard Madden. So this film is clearly a remake of the original animated classic Cinderella from, I'd say about over 50 years ago now, and this one stars Lily James as Cinderella, Cate Blanchett as the evil stepmother, and James Madden as, I think he's Prince Charming, except Prince Charming might be from Sleeping Beauty. I don't really know. He's just the prince of the land and everybody wants to get in bed with him. That's basically who he plays in this movie, and it's directed by Kenneth Branagh, who most recently directed Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit, and he also directed Thor, and he's just done a lot of work. His career actually has a lot of different genres in it, and he seems like a pretty cool and talented filmmaker and actor. So that's the guy who directed Cinderella. Now, what I'll say about Cinderella is that it's very extravagant. All the set design and the costume design is just eye-popping. The dress that Cinderella wears in this movie, the blue, it looks just completely gorgeous, and when she goes to the ball and when she dances with Prince Charming, it really is a pretty nice looking scene, and I think it was really well done in that manner. I think that this movie is a good movie. It was well directed. I feel like they got what they needed to get. They got the main point down. I think it's a very worthy remake. It's just that I don't think it's a very necessary remake. That's basically my biggest problem with this movie is it's a movie that didn't really need to happen, and that's basically what just mostly annoys me about this movie. It doesn't really do anything special. It doesn't really deviate a whole lot from the original thing. It's like you're watching the same movie over again, but it's just done in real life. I just don't think that this movie brings a lot of new things to the table, and I also don't think that the relationship that Cinderella has with this Prince Charming is very realistic. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like a fairy tale and love just kind of happens just like that, but I hate it in movies when there's no build up to anything. In this movie, it just kind of, you just know what to expect because everybody pretty much knows the main plot points of the story of Cinderella, and that just makes the whole experience of watching this movie really predictable. But the whole thing has a very magical feeling. Like I said, it looks really good. I think that Cate Blanchett was wonderful, not in the type of way that she's a nice person, but her performance was wonderful as the wicked stepmom, or whatever you call her. I don't remember how they address her name exactly. And Lily James as Cinderella, she was good too. She was very charming, and as was James Madden as the Prince Charming. He was a good prince, I'll say that. I think this movie had a good cast, it had good acting, it all looked really nice. It's just that the whole thing is just it just doesn't really do it for me because it's a story that's really simplistic. It doesn't really have a lot of stuff that's different from the original one. It doesn't really try anything new, and it just isn't, I just don't really want to ever waste my time watching it again. I hate to say waste my time because it's most definitely a pretty well-made movie. It's just that I don't think it was worth being made because it turned out just fine. If anyone really liked this movie, I think it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I don't see the point in it. I really don't. I don't know why it was made, but it's not a tragedy that it was made. It's just that it's really unnecessary if you ask me. So I'm going to give Cinderella 3 out of 5 stars. I'm not really the guy who would enjoy this movie. It's definitely not a movie that's made for a teenager like me, a male teenager. Basically, this movie's made for girls. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. It's not really a story for guys, but I just don't see really the point in it. So this is Luke signing off. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.